welcome to United by Trucks. Today we're back on the K5 chassis. We're getting this thing cleaned up, blown apart, painted and primed. So we're back on the K5 chassis today. We are blowing it apart, taking all the 4-link, Watts link, everything that Mike did at his shop the other day. We're actually taking that back apart so we can get it cleaned up, painted. We're gonna blow apart the front end. We're still waiting on the control arms for it, but we're gonna go ahead and blow it apart, get it all pressure washed and painted. And the reason that we're painting it instead of blasting it and painting it or powder coating it is we've still got some work to do on the chassis. So we're gonna, well, hold on, I'll just show you. You can see that we've got these dimple dyed cross members back here, and for sake of time Mike didn't have time to make those and put it in back here for the rear cross member. So we're going to end up making another cross member that matches those two over the axle, put it back there near the tank, and then we've got a Tejas cross member we're going to put in. We might actually put that in today, even though we don't have the motor and trans set, but we may just put it in the stock location for now. But going to go ahead, blow apart the front end where it's nothing but the frame rail and the cross member coming all the way across, because we're still waiting on new control arms. We've got the bags for the front, but we don't have the control arms, so we can't put everything back together. And I think just getting that out of the way will help when it comes to cleaning it up and getting it painted. So basically, we're just getting this done as best we can right now, and then once we get back from the C10 Fall Revival in October 26th in Oakboro, North Carolina, we're gonna probably prep this thing even better and get it more to a little bit better driver quality. But who knows, this may turn out pretty well where we don't even have to do that. So went and spent about 70 bucks at the AutoZone because I didn't have the paint like I thought I had. So we're just gonna rattle can this thing with some Rust-Oleum, make it look presentable for now, and we'll see you guys in North Carolina. All right, so they're disassembling. I've got some purple power here. We're gonna get it mixed up in a spray bottle, start spraying this chassis to degrease it. I'm not gonna spray the new suspension parts on the rear because they are, because they're raw metal, and we're gonna end up prepping those for paint by sanding them down to get the surface rust off, primer them, and paint them. Alright guys, so you've seen it. Ron's made quick work of that.
I didn't even have to cut anything.
You better not cut a thing. There's no need. Mike Howell would be like, why are you cutting things?
It's my specialty. I was a little jealous when I was watching the video last time, man. All them guys over there at Mike's house grinding away, throwing sparks. I checked my phone, checked my email, Instagram, Facebook, and nothing. No messages, no nothing. I even ran outside and looked up to see if I could see smoke signals. Nothing.
We're gonna have to get on that. How's it doing, garage crew?
I was a little jealous. I like throwing sparks too, man.
You like cutting, throwing sparks. Rear axle has been removed. We're gonna start getting all this cleaned up, getting it degreased, getting it prepped for paint, and then we're gonna, just for the sake of everything going back together as well as it did, we're leaving each side 4-link, and we actually left the Watts link intact there, as you can see. So we're gonna leave all that intact until we're ready to prep it for paint. We're gonna work on the frame first, and then get this going. But pretty cool setup. Mike made that really easy to get apart, so let's just hope we can get it all back together. You think we can, TTR?
I have faith in us.
What do you think John's up here terrorizing?
You didn't even notice my throwback t-shirt.
Oh, I did notice.
First edition, baby.
That is a first edition. What's on the back?
First edition.
Oh yeah, the old faded logo. I got one of those shirts on too.
That's not faded, man. That's patina logo.
That is patina.
That's a patina logo.
This is before we even put United by Trucks inside the truck.
That's a patina logo.
That's old school right there. John got the new school. Daddy's got the new school. Y'all don't even know my dad was here. He's been playing with the grandkids. United by Trucks, baby. John's making quick work of the front end disassembly. Got the upper control arm off. He's working on getting the lower control arm off.
Hand me that hammer. I have a feeling I'm going
Rubber or regular?
regular.
He's starting to cuss us all, but he's getting it.
I'm being good today, believe
You
it or
are
not.
being good. We're a clean family channel here. All right, y'all can see Ron is getting all this organized, taking the 4-link section apart. Man, we're in business. We are making a move today. We got the 4-link off and all the rear suspension parts, and Ron is working on taping up bushings, because if there's one thing that Jeremy Churchill said he don't like, and that's painted bushings and painted grade 8 hardware. So we took it all apart. We're gonna get it all painted up, put it all back together. Y'all hang tight.
Dude, I already got one done. I'll do a how-to.
Yeah, give them a how-to.
A how-to on the next one. Well, do. Better keep up with all this hardware, Robbie, he'll be mad. So out of the 17 different theories that I tried out on taping this, I found that you just pull a piece of tape, line it up right here against the metal part on the bushing, and you do that. You follow the line, and this number 2093 3M tape right here. Whew. Oh, this is Scotch. This ain't even 3M. We couldn't afford 3M. We can't afford 3M on UBT, man.
Straight.
We're on a budget. Got to put around, and then all I'm gonna do is just push it in to where it's like that. I'll take a little piece of that, put it on there, tear another little piece right here, put it on there, and voila. That is how you tape up a bushing and make Churchill extra super happy.
All right, guys, so we got a little bit of flash rusting on this raw metal on the link bars, whether it's 4-link or the Watts link. So we're just gonna take a green Scotch Brite. This is one's actually been used before, but we're just gonna take and scuff that surface rust off, hit it with some primer, and then hit it with some paint. So we got the frame pretty well stripped. So I've seen John's been back here cleaning up all this fresh metal that had a little bit of flash rusting. We're gonna pressure wash this thing real quick and let it air dry, and then we're gonna start priming, painting it. At least priming the fresh metal. We may just paint straight to the metal on the chassis. So y'all hang tight. What you thinking about this pressure washer we went and scooped up?
I like it.
Big thanks to Chris Cochran for letting us borrow that. That thing is a beast. Getting down, getting all the grease off. We're actually getting down to raw metal in some places, which is great. Obviously you can see this is all cleaned up back here. Looking killer. But before too much longer, you're gonna see some prime and paint on this bad boy. We're gonna prime the raw metal spots. So we're just gonna lay down some black over the other spots that aren't down to metal. Here we go. So I'm fairly sure it's hard to hear with a pressure washer going in the background, but a run while I was going to get the pressure washer. Got the bars all painted up. And man, they look killer. So we got the other ones set up here ready to be painted on. So we're about to lay down some primer. Once again, TTR was on his phone.
I'm just trying to keep the people on social media happy.
I hear you, man.
I like to try to message back as quick as I can.
Yeah.
Keep them happy.
That's a good practice.
People got questions, I like to answer them.
That's right. And this is what it's like. Getting it done. Right here in the driveway, baby. UBTK5 style. So Ron, as you've seen, has already done the link bars over there. I'm gonna spray these real quick. He's got the primer laid down. But to show you that you don't need much to get something like this done, we are simply using just some AutoZone Rust-Oleum semi-gloss black. So we spray the link bars with this. We're gonna spray the frame with this. So yeah, here we go. You can see this stuff lays down pretty good. And we're not trying to get an expert job going here. This is literally just that stuff that any man can do in their driveway, just like we're doing. So these two right here, as y'all have seen, have been after it. And neither one of them want to look at the camera.
What?
TTR. Making a move.
I'm looking through water spots. It's hard to see where you're at.
John's been going hard on pressure washing the chassis, as y'all have seen. This thing is looking really good. He's about to dry it off with just our little compressor there, a little tank compressor, but this thing is looking great. But what I'm really here to show you is what we've got in this box. Big thanks to Scotty Backus over at Tejas Steelworks. We've got their motor mount plates for the LS motor to go in the UBTK5, but we've also got what I think is my favorite cross member on any project I've ever used. Look at this thing. I mean, that right there is pretty cool. Set up for the exhaust to run under it. So we're gonna get this primed and painted and on the chassis to show you guys at the C10 Fall Revival.
Me and Pecos, we love some Tejas Steelworks.
Man, they do it right, don't they?
Dude, it's been great in my truck, and not only have I beaten on it, but just today you've been,
I've been beating on it
too. So they're amazing. I love them. For the price, man,
can't beat it.
I'm gonna go back with them in the crew.
American craftsmanship right there, baby. Tejas Steelworks.
It's out of Texas. It's a cabin chassis truck.
Hi guys, so we're using some Rust-Oleum semi-gloss. This has got a little primer in it, so hopefully it'll fill in some of the imperfections a little bit better, but we're starting to spray this thing black. So yeah, we made some good progress today. Y'all hang tight, we're gonna get this thing covered. We are making some serious progress on the chassis. All my GoPros have died thus far, so we're stuck with the mirrorless, but John's finishing up on the bottom of the frame a little bit. And this is just a rattle can job. Like I said, we are literally trying to just get a coat of paint on here, especially a coat of paint on some of these fresh metal parts. And I think that's looking really, really clean. The problem we're having is it's not really all that warm outside today. So our 4-link parts are taking forever to dry. So you can see here we've got to paint the axle black. Ron's over here spraying 4-link parts. He's working on painting the Watts link right now. Tell us about it.
Prime it, man. Prime it, paint it. Well, first you need to prep it, prime it, paint it.
We did a little prepping, didn't we?
We did a little prepping. We did a little...
Knocked off a flash rust.
Yeah, look, I pretty much got like a whole, whole front yard booth set up. I got my primer booth here.
Oh yeah.
I got my paint booth there. I got my bake cycle going down there.
Yeah, man.
So it's working out pretty good. You got any more paint?
I hope so. Looks like it's time to go give John some assistance. So you keep painting away, TTR. So we have been working pretty hard on getting all this stuff painted. You can see we got the whole axle painted, and Ron has gone ahead and put the center bar in for. We're gonna go back and touch this up. It's got some, it's dirty. We actually didn't paint this, but because it came powder coated from Door Bros. But we're gonna get it, roll the axle back under the chassis, and start hanging some of these link parts. They are a little dry and have just been giving us a major trouble just because it's taking so long for everything to dry today. But things are starting to look good. Things are starting to come together. So we're about to roll this bad boy over there. Move these jack stands.
You did?
Oh, I can't resist that.
Sure.
Can you get yours?
We'll put those back when we...
On this side? No, we're not. No, we're not. Hold on. I'm gonna pick up and you roll forward. Ready? 1. Go. Going past it.
Yeah, you good?
Whew.
Now just roll your side and we should be alright.
It's a good starting spot right there. So we're working with these link bars. I have no idea if they're in focus or not, but these things are still wet. So they're still damp, but they're the driest we've got. So we're gonna go ahead and try to throw these in. That's the bottom link bars. All the link bars should be 24 inches per Mike Howell's instruction. So pretty happy with that.
I'm thinking old Churchill there is gonna like my tape job.
Yeah, I think old Churchill probably gonna like this tape job. He's gonna be able to see the bushings. Oh yeah, he's gonna be able to see the grade 8 hardware.
Did all this just to make Churchill happy?
That's right. So no lip, Churchill, no lip. What do you think about that, Churchill? No paint on the bushings. Me and Ron are apparently messing this truck all up, and that's not true. We are working on getting the 4 link bars set. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but we're getting them set. As we do it, we'll show you what we're working with. Gonna try to get these wrapped up and get the 4 link going, or the Watts link going. Alright guys, it's gotten a little late. Ron and I got to crunching. GoPro's died, camera died. We got everything back going though. Here it is, all put back together, laid down. Some of the paint, man, just is not even dry still, so we got handprints all over this thing. But we needed to get it put back together today, so we did. Looking pretty cool. Alright, so we're taking these ugly boys off. We're gonna get them cleaned up, use them on another project. But look what we're rolling in. Detroit Steel Wheel Delray, Continental Tire. So we're using my least favorite lug nuts for now because they at least have the conical part.
Conical seat.
Conical seat that the others did not have. And so these are the center caps that go on the Delrays, and they attach with some screws through that right there. One of my favorite things on these tires, Continental, is that I suspect those are probably some sort of wear line or wear indicator. With that DWS thing is just cool.
The one I just put my hand over?
Yeah, that one. Man, that's already looking pretty trig.
Like the door latches?
Just like the door latches, as a matter of fact. While TTR is working on that, I told you earlier in this video we were going to get the front done. We didn't. We've got to have, I got to have some cross shafts for the upper control arms. Didn't realize that until I got them in. And I think that's really about it. I think we got everything else solved, like upper shock mount, lower shock mount, the U-bolts for the lower control arm. So all that is currently over there in my little paint booth, you know, hanging from trees, getting dry. Paint's getting dry. They've been primed and painted, so stuff's taking a little longer than expected. So we're not getting that done, but we're definitely throwing these wheels and tires on the back, so pretty pumped about that. All right, Detroit Steel, Continental. There you go, guys. Got them all set up. Got them on there. We're gonna throw the other one on, lower it down on the ground, show you what that looks like. Those are the fronts. So those are 265, 35, 22 Continentals with 22 by 9 and 4 inches of back space. These are the rears. And obviously they're all mounted up. Those are 285 35s with 22 by 9 on the rear with 4 inches of back space. So not just some huge lip, not some ultra wide wheel, but definitely achieves the look that I'm going for on the K5. So as I mentioned before, we got the front to do, but it's not done. So for now, that's what we're looking at. Cue the music.